Okay, it looks like we're about to get started here at the 2012 Quad City Chaos. This is Monochrome here
with Captain Lou Alabama.
And we are calling the Tri-City versus Hammer City Roller Girls bout for the afternoon.
We're not bothering with any kind of introductions. We're going to go straight into the first jam of the game. Looks like we have Motorhead Molly from Tri-City on the line.
Against Miscarriage from Hammer City. She's been off on an injury for the last year, so this is her debut back on the track. First jam of the night.
Both jammers running into the back of the pack, but it looks like Motorhead Molly's going to get out of the front first. Motorhead Molly, a Team Canada member from the World Cup team, getting lead jammer.
Miscarriage still stuck at the back of the pack. Had a clear shot through the inside, but still closed off by that Tri-City wall at the front.
Motorhead Molly approaching the back of the pack, 30 feet back, ready to score some points.
She's hit out by Stefan Beaton.
Motorhead Molly picking her way through the pack, picking up points in the first jam of the game.
Hammer City trying to set up a kill box situation. Getting split away from the pack, and Motorhead Molly scores another 5 points.
Miscarriage still stuck at the back of the pack, hasn't made it through yet. Motorhead Molly coming around for another scoring pass. Miscarriage down.
Miscarriage dancing with Stefan Beaton at the back of the pack.
Motorhead Molly with 1 to beat at the front, skips her way through, another 5 points.
Wax Poetic tries to get the Tri-City blocker out of her jammer's way, successfully taking her out of the pack. And Miscarriage is finally clear from the pack.
The Motorhead Molly is back in the pack, scoring for a 3rd time. Picks her way through, manages to get 4 points, 3 points on that pass.
Tri-City keeping that pack nice and tight. Looks like they were signaling to their bench, letting them know that they're there at the front and that the jam should be called off before Hammer City can score any points.
So Tri-City taking lead 13-0 on the first jam. When we get a break, we'll try to let you know who the players are on the track. But as the second jam is about to start, we have Freudian Whip lining up for Tri-City. Looks like Bitch Slap Barbie for the A-team.
Looks that way. Now she's one of the founders of the Hammer City Roller Girls. Excellent jammer. I believe she's been on this travel team since its inception in 2007. Coming up against Tri-City blockers, really strong blocking. And I believe that's barely legal that pulled her back to the back of the pack. Hammer City, number 911, trying to chase her out, but Tri-City got lead jam there.
Looks like Barbie is out as well, so Freudian Whip looking to pick up some points.
Hammer City doing a great job of keeping this pack fast.
They're only 45 minutes apart, but have never actually played an official game against each other. The home teams have played against each other, but Tri-City Thunder and Hammer City A-team have never actually played a game until today at Quad City Chaos.
We've got Mean Little Mama lining up for Hammer City, another veteran for the Hamilton team.
Fan favorite from Tri-City, Conky 2000.
The pack is over the line. Mean Little Mama taking a hit on the jammer, dancing along the inside line. Getting into a little blocker trouble though. They're feeding her to the back of the pack. But Hammer City doing a great job of holding Tri-City's jammer as well.
That Conky is stuck on the back 3 wall, unable to get free.
Both teams looking for awesome defense. That is Judge. No.
Conky with 1 to beat, and no, she gets pulled back into the pack.
Oh, Henry, a newer skater for Hammer City, doing some excellent blocking there in the hockey helmet.
And Conkey gets lead jammer finally. Mean Little Mama trying to find a space between Safanda Beaton and Sinistar. Conkey 2000 coming up on the back of the pack.
Mean Little Mama fed to the back of the pack again. Tri-City doing an excellent job of recycling their players out to the back. She's trying to sneak through the outside.
Conkey is in the pack, scoring and through. That's 5 points for Conkey.
Oh, Mean Little Mama looks like she's got a rack up of penalties. I'm not sure if that was a major or an accumulation of minors, but she's heading to the box.
I did not see the call, but Conkey with a chance to pick up some points on a power jam here.
Number 86 from Hammer City. That's Wax Poetic. She had a counterclockwise block there and is being sent to the box for that.
With seconds ticking down on the jam, Conkey approaches the pack one more time to pick up some points.
Oh, Henry from Hammer City trying a massive block, but it wasn't enough to knock Tri-City off the track. But it did cause a penalty. Looks like we're going to have a jammer switch up in just a moment once Conkey gets to the pack.
It looks like Conkey picked up 12 points on that power jam. 29-0 for Tri-City Thunder. 6 minutes into the game.
Hammer City sending out their strongest blockers because this is going to be a power jam in their favor. They're going to get this jam started right away, starting on a knee. That's Bitch Slap Barbie and Miscarriage, both founders of Hammer City, hoping their experience will help them out in this pack.
Tri-City. Not sure what Tri-City's doing here.
Jammer is released. We can't start a jam without one. Looks like there's a little bit of confusion about the start here.
Yeah, what happened at the end of that jam, Conkey got sent to the box for a major track cut, cutting the lead jammer. So as time ran out, she was sent to the box. Mean Little Mama was released, but had to start the jam in the box.
But Conkey is right out of the pack there. Didn't have enough of a jam to cover. Amazing recovery on that inside line, and Tri-City has lead jammer.
Hammer unable to take advantage of starting the jam with a power jam. Conkey ready to score points. Mean Little Mama still hung up at the back of the pack. That's Conkey through for 5.
Now that was an awesome hit by number 86, Wax Poetic, down at the back of the pack, trying to release her jammer by taking out Sinistar, I believe.
Tri-City going with a very heavy rotation with their vets in the pack to start this game.
Miscarriage, finding her way to the front of the pack. They're building a nice wall at the front. Hold back that jammer and hopefully scoop up some points.
That's a call off by Conkey, picking up another 2 points, I believe.
Point source sits at 36 in Tri-City's favor. Hammer City yet to put points on the board. We have 22 minutes left in this period.
Looks like we have Overkill for jamming for Tri-City. Just a note, this is Overkill's very first game ever. Never has been in a bout before. And for Hammer City
Starting on a knee, trying to start this fast and strong, hopefully gaining some momentum and points. Overkill getting knocked out. Stuck behind that. And they're cycling up, doing a great job. Yeah.
So that official timeout was just clearing up some penalties, making sure everyone's in the box and needs to be in the box, and everyone that's supposed to be on the track is on the track. We're going to get the jam underway with Bitch Slap Barbie from the A team versus Motorhead Molly from Tri-City Thunder.
Looks like that's O. Henry and a little tiny name there. That's Peppermental, number 613 from Hammer City.
Tri-City starting it on a knee. Sinistar, Fox Smolder, Safanda Beaton, and Rain Blows Bright in the pack.
Hammer needing to get to that Tri-City wall a little bit sooner to help their jammer through. They're looking a little distracted up at the front, trying to hold a front wall that's not helping their jammer, but Bitchlap Barbie makes it through regardless.
The 4-on-2 pack advantage for Tri-City managed to get them lead jammer from Motorhead Molly. She's about to score points. Bitchlap Barbie making up the track very quickly, 30 feet back.
Tri-City scooping up the points just before Bitchlap Barbie hits the pack. She was hoping for at least one, but didn't get there in time.
That's 4 points for Motorhead Molly, 55-0 for Thunder over the A-team with 17 and a half minutes to go in the first half. And we're going with Freudian Whip from Tri-City versus Mean Little Mama from the A-team. Another 4-on-2 pack advantage for Tri-City, so they're starting on a knee again.
And that is Mean Little Mama trying to hit that jammer off the line, tripping over Safanda Beaton. It's hard to say if there's going to be a penalty dished out for tripping there.
Well, Peppermental is holding her nose. It looks like she may have been high blocked. She got
Mean Little Mama out of the pack.
Freudian Whip scoring points.
And she calls it off. Just in time. Tri-City making it very difficult for Hammer to put any points on the board. Sitting at 58 in Tri-City's favor. 16 and a half minutes in the first period.
And that looks like we have Conkey against Miscarriage. And it looks like an even strength pack. No, 3 versus 2 for Thunder over the A-team.
Despite this point score, I really believe that when Hammer City cleans up their game, it's going to become a much closer gap. For being new skaters, they're really showing some promise here. There's only about 3 original members, and the rest of the team has been skating for less than a year.
Yeah, the A-team went through a big rebuilding last year. Conkey with lead jammer status. Big rebuilding period last year. Lots of new skaters, lots of new faces this year as well. Participated at all in WFTD. Another pass, picking up 5 more points on this power jam.
Oh, Henry looks ready for her. She's up at the front, just doing what she can. Unfortunately, she was well out of the pack, and she's being sent to the box.
Tri-City is doing a great job of staying on the outside, keeping things slow, keeping the pack at an absolute standstill, making it easy for Conkey to go round and round.
Sinistar just holding on to Hammer, making sure that their pack is nice and tight. And Missy Carriage, toe stop over the line, crossing. Oh. That's a major. She's sent right back.
Back-to-back power jams. Stacy Jones was sent to the box from Tri-City Thunder on that jam as well. So it looks like Overkill going to start her second jam ever in a real bout on a power jam as well.
She's a lucky girl tonight.
It's kind of a nice coming out present if you ask me.
It looks like Tri-City's going to give her one more present, start on that knee. Safanda Beaton crawls off the track. Looks like she realized a little too late, but also right on time to get out of that pack.
And Overkill as lead jammer.
Bitchlap Barbie trying to start the pack really far back. Having a hard time deciding where to be on the track.
Hamilton having a tough time staying in play with Thunder keeping the game very slow at the moment.
The rough max sanction. Make sure that Bitchlap Barbie got a little bitch slap there for trying to figure out where the pack was. She's been sent to the box. And Hammer, I believe, only has 2 blockers out on the track.
That is the third scoring pass for Overkill. 15 points so far in this power jam.
Both teams getting a lot of penalties here in this play.
And
Station staying on her feet.
Overkill picking up another 5. Looks like miscarriage is out of the box.
And it looks like Tri-City knows it. Matt Sanction just handing out the penalties left, right, and center.
Stacy Jones entering in front of the pack, going right back to the box. Miscarriage finally out. Overkill looking for one more pass.
O'Henry asking the rest of her team to help her out. And O'Sanction calls it off once she's gotten hit out.
That looked like another 25 points put up on the board by Tri-City Thunder. Got about 12 minutes left in the first half. Motorhead Molly going up against Mean Little Mama from the A-team. And Motorhead Molly should be pretty familiar with this track. She was here back in December during the World Cup. Played several games for Team Canada.
.613 from Hammer City. That's Peppermental. Sent back to the penalty box.
Bitch Slap Barbie,
Bitch Slap Barbie is back. Sliding on this slippery concrete floor. Mean Little Mama almost making it out, but
Molly beats her. Mama right behind her, 10 feet back. Molly's gonna have to hustle to pick up points.
Hammer trying to hold one of Tri-City's blockers back, but doesn't manage to get so far. She's trying to scoop up points or at least stop the jammer. They're having a hard time deciding what.
Molly with a hit it and quit it, picking up 2 points. And we're looking at 106-0 right now. Looks like we're going to have Freudian Whip going up against Laraza Slam in this jam. Freudian Whip is captain of her home team, captain of Thunder, one of the co-captains of Thunder.
Against Laraza Slam from the A-team. She's also a new skater. I think they're trying somebody new out in this pack, hoping for a lucky charm here.
Freudian Whip out first, getting lead jammer. It looks like we actually have a full pack.
Now Hammer needs to pay attention. There is a Tri-City blocker stuck behind. If they could hold her, everyone else would be out of play and they could let their jammer through. But I think that's one disadvantage here with Hammer City having so many new skaters out on the track. They're just not focused on the many strategies of roller derby here. And Tri-City has that advantage for sure.
Tri-City has some very experienced players. A lot of rookies on the team this year as well, but they're going with a pretty vet-heavy rotation at the moment.
I don't think our viewers at home can see, but Libby Wrongstockings from Tri-City is off in the sidelines communicating to the jammer as well. So maybe that's a trick that Hammer City can take away.
It's a little bit of third base coaching going on.
613 doing a great job of hitting out. And I believe that jammer.
613 Peppermental picking up a major clockwise block on that.
She got out of bounds.
Getting sent back onto the track because Hammer City
Not sure
filled their
how.
box up.
Judge Shody doing a great job of hitting her out, but all it took was that toe off the line.
Freudian Whip did pick up a major cut on that pass. Sent to the box. We've got a power jam for the Hamilton A-team.
613 being sent to the box now that a spot's open for her.
Unable to take advantage of that power jam, but Hammer City with a big chance to get on the board. They're going to start this jam on a power jam. Bitch Slap Barbie, a real vet on the team.
Looks like it's going to be tough. Looks like Bitch Slap Barbie is calling for a timeout, potentially. Yep, and they get it.
Yep, we got the timeout. So while we got the timeout, why don't we do a little introduction to our teams here?
Now that they've been playing for what? 13 minutes?
That's right, 20 some minutes. Anyways, Tri-City Thunder, the lineup for the game. Game number 2 at Quad City Chaos. 00, Evil Liza. Number 9, Anita Martini. Number 11, Overkill. Number 13, Rain Blows Bright. Number 15, Cleo Thrasha. Number 18, Barely Legal. Number 22, Freudian Whip. 33, Susie Slam. 101, Stacy Jones. 204, Motorhead Molly. 306, Sinistar. 420, Sofanda Beaton. 1013, Fox Smolder. And number 2000, Conky.
And for the A team, we have 00, that's Mean Little Mama. Number 7, Little Red Roller Hood. Number 26, Bam Bam Bigelow. Number 45, Miscarriage. Number 67 is Judge Jody. Number 86 is Wax Poetic. Number 88 is Loraza Slam. Number 98 is the Captain Bitch Slap Barbie. Number 412 is Marmageddon. 511 is Beanstalker. Number 613, that's Peppermental. 911 is Zoe Disco. 5150 is O Henry. And K9 is Scooby Doom.
And it looks like Tri-City wants to put out a heavy-hitting, solid vet lineup to prevent this power jam from scoring too many points. Sinistar and Barely Legal and Anita Martini have been on Thunder since its inception. Sofanda Beaton this is her first season, second game with the team. But,
she's looking solid.
She is a hard and vicious hitter.
I've had the privilege of playing with Sofanda Beaton at the Clam Slam over the last couple of years, and she is a fun player to skate with.
She's a nice lady off the track, but you don't want to get her angry on the track. She will hit you hard. So this is the A-team's big chance to get on the board with 7 minutes and 41 seconds left in the first half.
Dare say one of their most experienced and best jammers, that's Bitch Slap Barbie, lining up as their jammer. Missy Carriage looking to make a hole right next to Anita Martini. And that's number 86, Wax Poetic. Also showing huge blocker jam advantage here. Bitch Slap Barbie trying to shoulder her way through. Sofanda Beaton taking her down hard.
Wax
Poetic trying to hold her. And despite a 2-4 disadvantage, Bitch Slap Barbie gets out of that pack. Looks a little weak-kneed on this slippery track, but
Barbie's got plenty of time to score points in this jam.
Hammer got some help, holding back Barely Legal, but not enough.
And it looks like Barbie's going to the box for a back block on Sinistar.
Skated right into her back. Is that Sinistar going to the box as well?
Sinistar's going to the box as well. I'm not sure what she got called on. However, Freudian Whip now on a power jam. I do believe Bitch Slap Barbie did pick up some points before she went to the box, though, so that should take the 0 off of A-team's score.
Hopefully that lifts her spirits. Looks like we've got 3 against 2. Made some room for number 86. Wax Poetic is back in the box. Judging by this first period, we might have some ejections happening very shortly.
It does look that way. Scooby Doom just got sent to the box as well. Freudian Whip picking her way through in the easy 5 points. And even though the A-team's going to be happy that they don't have a goose egg on the board anymore, I don't think they're going to be happy that they started on a power jam but are giving up this many points.
Tri-City doing a great job of isolating one of the players off of this 2 lineup for the A-team.
Freudian Whip through again for another 5 points. The pack is nearly at a standstill. Hamilton trying to get it moving again.
Coming up against Peppermental again. Missy Carriage can't hold her back. Freudian Whip scores another 5 points.
And that's going to be the jam. Just looking to see. Looks like
Bitch Slap scores some points. She really wants to give Hot Carl a high 5. He gave her a high 4, and she's got 4 points on the board.
Again, sometimes when you're having a tough game, just getting the points on the board is victory enough.
Yeah, I'd say during a World Cup, one of the most exciting games of the weekend was U.S. versus Scotland when Scotland scored 1 point.
And the crowd went crazy.
Bananas. Oh, mean little mama breaking through the pack. This is Hammer City's first lead jam.
This could be the beginning of a big Hammer City comeback.
We're 5 minutes left in the first period, and this is the first time Hammer City has got the advantage. Tri-City not making it easy. Hammer City trying to pick one off, and they do. Anita Martini has to let her go, and she scores and calls off before Conkey can get a single point.
It's like Mean Little Mama calls it off, picks up 4 points. Conkey unable to score anything.
Tri-City's bench trying to collect 3 points, but it was undeserved. Sinistar lets her know, too.
They wanted
There's
3
something-
points, they're not getting 3
no.
points. They've been signaled a 0.
Yeah. Fourth whistle blew before Conkey hit the pack, so no points for Tri-City. Hopefully A-Team can build on this momentum. They've got a strong blocking line there. O. Henry taking a little bit of time going over that pivot line.
We got Overkill versus Lorazza Slam.
Lorazza Slam getting hit to the outside.
That Overkill picking up lead jammer, skipping through, bouncing off a block, and finding lead jammer status.
Hammer tried to hit her through the inside, but she was holding on tight. Before the bout started, I noticed that Tri-City has brought a little shaker of resin, and it looks like it's helping them with some grip on this track. This is some dusty, slippery concrete, and even the home team has a hard time skating on it. I think we're going to take that away.
Overkill looking to the bench to see what to do. Continuing to skate as Lorazza Slam is in the pack still.
Lorazza Slam coming around the outside.
Picked up by
Barely legal. Great footwork by her. Tri-City trying to take it through the inside line.
Looks like Stefan
Lorazza
picked up a
Slam.
penalty.
Barely legal. Not giving up that easy. And she takes her out.
Lorazza Slam goes down hard but gets right back up as roller derby girls do.
Oh, Henry drifting her to the back. I don't think a ref called that one, though. And she's back at the front. Oh, Henry showing amazing promise as a blocker here. It's hard to believe that she's so new to roller derby.
Yeah, she was a real standout last year in the Hammer City A games that I saw, A-team games I saw. She really came into her own at Brouhaha and has really improved over last year. I think she'll be someone to watch in Hammer City for years to come.
It's like Hammer wants to start this scoring right away. Oh no, is everyone taking a knee for a player? Are we okay?
We had an injury. Looks like Lorazza Slam, the jammer for the A-team, went down hard. She went down hard several times during that jam. Her knee seems to be a bit sore.
But she's okay.
She's okay. She got up, getting a back rub from Scooby Doom. Hopefully she'll be okay. 3 jams, get back on the track. Meanwhile,
Hammer City decides to stay on that knee. They want to get this jam going as fast as possible. Now that they've got some points on the board, we want to build some momentum.
looks like we have miscarriage for the A-team. Motorhead Molly for Tri-City Thunder.
Missy Carriage doing some little footwork to keep her warm. Hopefully trying to distract Tri-City. Gunmo Molly stuck behind Hammer City. Missy Carriage not really getting enough help. A little stuck behind her own blockers.
Miscarriage having
Tripped.
a tough time getting past.
See if the refs call that. Looks like somebody's going out. It's hard to say who. The refs are tripping over each other.
Shoulder for a low block on Miscarriage. Miscarriage getting lead jammer. Followed
And Missy
quickly by
Carriage.
Motorhead Molly. This is going to be a race.
Miscarriage taking her blocking. And she's not sure what she wants to do yet. She should probably call it, though. Her bench is telling her to do so, and she calls off the jam.
Bench coach educating Rita, sending in the signal to call that jam. Motorhead Molly, one of the fastest players in Canada. Not wanting to compete against that kind of speed. So with 90 seconds left in the first half of this game, Tri-City Thunder 155, Hammer City A-Team 8. We've got Conkey versus Mean Little Mama. And A-Team looking to get things started quickly, starting on a knee up by the pivot line.
Mean Little Mama diving through her own players right into a wall. Tri-City Conkey trying to get that pack moving. Hammer needs to recycle up, but Mean Little Mama, she cut. She does not get lead, so Conkey is lead, trying to deke her out.
Conkey does have lead. She's going to chase down Mean Little Mama. They know each other from years gone by. Mean Little Mama was once a skater for Tri-City.
Mean Little Mama needs to just gun it here. She's trying to tease, but unfortunately her own players are stuck at the back. I believe that was 0-0, yep.
And we have just enough time to get one more jam in.
Hammer wants to monopolize that 24 seconds left in this first period. We're sitting at a score of 155 for Tri-City Thunder, 8 points for the Hammer City A-Team.
And looks like we're going to have Tri-City's Freudian Whip, co-captain with Anita Martini.
And Miscarriage is back out on the track. She's barely sat on that bench.
Again, she sat
She breaks
all
through.
last year.
Yeah, she doesn't want to sit anymore.
She needs to play. And she has lead jammers, so.
This is a great coming out party for Miscarriage. Her pack is doing a great job of isolating Tri-City's jammer. She's coming through the outside, but just in time for Miscarriage to score a point. She cuts.
Freudian Whip finally through. Big takeout on Miscarriage by Barely Legal. Also gets the ref on the outside.
Ref and a doorbell. Barely Legal smacking down the A-Team's blocker there. That's number 412.
It looks like we have a power jam on the play. I didn't see when Miscarriage went to the box.
It was in that tangle with ref and a doorbell. She was supposed to go to the box and ended up running into a ref. So it'll be hard to see if she's going to have more than 1 minute on the board for that.
This is the last jam of the half, but it's going to go the full 2 minutes because Miscarriage was lead jammer. Freudian Whip does not have the ability to call it off. She's just going to have to skate. Probably not minding that too much, given that it's a power
Hammer's
jam.
trying to chase her out. Judge Jody trying to bridge, but it wasn't enough. Tri-City's got one of the Hammer City girls stuck at the back. They need to join her instead of leaving an open space on the inside line. Judge Jody
holding Freudian Whip momentarily, but not long enough.
Missy Carriage back in.
And
Nobody can call it.
Freudian Whip attempted to call it off, gets an illegal procedure minor for her efforts.
Yeah. Mina Martini holding back.
That was 25 points. But Miscarriage also picked up 3 on that. So we're going to go into the half. 180 for Tri-City Thunder and 11 for the Hammer City A-Team. It's been a very hard-hitting game. I think the A-Team has to take solace in that they've got points on the board. But Tri-City Thunder running away with this in the first half.